In this video we're going to look at GCSE French Speaking and Writing and look at what French you need to do well in any topic. These resources are mainly about au collège, at school, but if we look at the criteria for how to do well, you can apply that to any of the other GCSE topics as well. So what are the key ingredients? Well, we're going to look in the exam criteria and find what they want us to do. So this is AQA, higher tier from the speaking criteria. You have to give information nice and clearly, opinions, and you have to explain them. And at this level for the speaking you have to narrate events, saying what was happening, what happened, turn it into a story, make it come to life, give a bit more detail than just saying I went swimming. Past and future as well as present, so 3 time references. Complex structures, and you have to respond spontaneously, which means you have to be able to make up your answers as you go along out of French that you've got. Here's the writing. Now you might say, why are we putting writing in together with speaking? Basically because what we want to find out is it very much the same? 3 time frames, so if you can do it for speaking, you can do it for writing. Good, well done. Complex structures, opinions. Just a quick look at what that means then, so we do separate speaking and writing a little bit. Role play, just answer the question, get the message across. Their mark scheme says there are marks for opinions and reasons, so you can imagine there are going to be questions asking for opinions and reasons. The mark scheme says you get marks for talking about the past and the future, so they have to ask you about the past and about the future. If for some reason they don't ask you about the past and future, you still need to know to put it in your answer to get the marks. You have to ask a question, and you'll have to listen and respond to some unexpected questions. The photo card, the first one does say what's in the photo, and you have to be able to say. Similarly, the mark scheme says you get marks for opinions, reasons, past and future, so they will have to ask you for that, and you will have to know to give that in your answer. Your answer to this is a little bit longer, starting to develop your answers maybe a little bit. You will still have to respond to unexpected questions about the photo. Conversation. The mark scheme says opinions, reasons, past and future. For a top mark, you're looking to narrate what happened in detail, saying what was happening, what happened, what was going to happen, what you thought about it, what people said, what you hope might happen next time. Make it feel real, bring it to life, make it into a story. You still have to ask a question. You get to choose the first area for conversation, so you could have a question ready for that one. And also get your question in early, don't wait till the end. What if the examiner asks you the question you were hoping to ask? So ask it nice and early. They might bounce the question back to you, so you get the chance to answer your question as well. In the writing, the first higher task, 90 words, 4 bullet points. The mark scheme says, guess what? Opinions, reasons, past and future. Just answer the question. By the time you've said, I like geography because I like to study mountains, but I really don't like maths much, it's quite hard, that's enough for a bullet point. And you haven't even used all the things you need, that's just giving opinions. So don't go off answering things that aren't needed. To the point, answer the question, show off your French. The longer task, again, they want opinions, reasons, 3 time frames, past, present and future. Organised paragraphs, don't think this means that you have to do 2 paragraphs because there's 2 bullet points. A 75-word paragraph might be getting out of control. You might be running out of things to say and starting to repeat yourself. You can look at don't go away from the aspects in the bullet point, but don't think it means 2 paragraphs. It might be 3, 4 paragraphs, sensibly organised. Translation task, opinions, reasons, past, present and future, and other little things. When you look at the examples that they give you or in the textbook, you'll see the kind of things to expect in the translation. But if you're good at these things, you'll be able to do some aspects of the translation that won't frighten you. It's marked for getting the message across. So don't just do the words you know and leave gaps. Make the sentence work. Put something in, even if you don't know the exact word, and you must get marks there for getting the message across. So, we've looked at the exam criteria. What are the key ingredients? I think you can guess. Opinions. Make sure you know these. J'aime, j'adore, je préfère. Negative opinions. Je déteste, je n'aime pas. Also, talking about what other people like. Mon frère aime, nous aimons. What you used to like, j'aimais. And some little things like, I liked it. I went swimming with my friend, I liked it. Je l'ai aimé. Okay? Either learn them as a little sentence, a little phrase, or learn how to do it for yourself so you can use it more flexibly. But just have them there to sprinkle them in as one of your ingredients you can use. Reasons for your opinions. Maybe because it is interesting, but everyone's going to put that. If you do put because it is interesting, follow it up with a because I can go with my friends, because I can't do what I want, because I have to study geography, because I don't have to go swimming. Okay? Yes, you can go with a parce que c'est pas, but try and find some more interesting adjectives and never stop there. Go round again with a but, because I can't, because I can. Maybe one of these. I was able to. I had to. Parce que je pouvais plus infinitive. Parce que j'ai dû plus infinitive. It's not any more complicated than je ne peux pas, but it'll get you credit with the examiner. So just have a few of those in amongst your ingredients and use them when you can. Talking about what happened. These are for school. Au collège, j'ai étudié, j'ai travaillé, j'ai joué, I have studied, I have worked, I have played. The same in French for I studied, I worked, I played, but you have to have the have. J'ai étudié. Some of the aren't ER verbs. J'ai bu, j'ai lu, j'ai vu, j'ai fini. Have them ready. Être verbs. You don't say I have gone, there's nothing to have. It's I am gone, I am arrived, je suis retourné, I am back. And then talk about other people as well. Mon prof a dit, my teacher said. Ma mère est allée, my mum is gone, for my mum went. Future, you make sure you've got different ways. It doesn't say future tense, it says future time reference. Je vais travailler, je voudrais aller. J'espère étudier, for I hope to study. Talking about we, using on va faire une excursion au zoo. And then the future tense, je mangerai, mon prof décidera. If your teacher doesn't teach it, then find out. But you can get away with just using I'm going to. And then telling little stories. You might need to look into the imperfect. This first one's a good cheat. I was going to do my homework, but I decided to watch telly. You can't get away with using it more than a couple of times, but it's telling a story, it's saying what was going to happen, and then saying a change of mind and what happened. Je travaillais et mon ami a copié mon travail. I was working, my friend copied my work. So it's a little story. Then you might be able to say what happened next, or what you thought about it, or what's going to happen next time, or what your friend is like. Connectives. These are all actually conjunctions. Et, parce que, surtout si, alors, par exemple, mais, are good ones to have as a core. You might want to change them around a bit and have a variety of different ones, but use them for a purpose. So they're not just there because you want to join it up, it's there because you want to take your work in certain directions. So, et, give more detail, and you'll remember the criteria said, give detail. Parce que, obviously you're giving a reason. Surtout si, you're giving an explanation. I like to go swimming, especially if I can go with my friends, but I don't like to go with school. Alors, doesn't have to be, but how about you use it as a trigger for the future? So, next time okay, par exemple, it doesn't have to be, but use it as a trigger for the past. Par exemple, and then say on Tuesday, I was in geography, I had to do this. It means also that your teacher doesn't have to say, so, tell me about last weekend, what did you? They can just say, par exemple, and you go, par exemple, and you're into the past. Okay? Mais, when it's time to change the subject. So, what's the message? Build your answer out of French that meets the criteria for a good grade. We've looked at the criteria, we've thought about the French, learn it, use it. Make sure it's French you know. You can't use French you don't know. People try, I don't know why, it never works. Use French you can use spontaneously to build answers, so everything we've seen fits together. I like, because, give a reason, what happened, what was happening, what would happen next time, make it work. French that works for any topic. So this series of resources is on school, but you've actually seen we've hardly referred to that at all in this video at all, because this is about French that's going to work for any topic. And if you're wondering where the resources are, this is where they are, okay, with resources to find these words, practice these words, make answers using these words.